I'm going to show you how you can use the bank's money to pay off your debt faster. If you probably watched some of my videos, you know that I try to help people get out of debt faster, use credit cards to their advantage, make sure that they budget, save, invest, and grow their net worth. I'm excited to show you this video because I'm going to show you two different ways that you can use to get out of debt, and you're going to be using the bank's money. When you get to the end of this video, I think you'll be mind blown. So the first method I'm going to discuss is optimizing cash back, and I've got a video that goes through this. Essentially, we took the average American budget, how much they spend in a month, and we took out savings because you're not going to get cash back or rewards on savings, and we took out mortgage because you can't really pay your mortgage with a credit card without paying extra fees. So it came out to be about $3,826 the average American family would spend over the course of a month. So this method is quite simple. You basically charge everything you're going to buy during the month, your gas, your groceries, everything, on a credit card. And then at the end of the month or during the month when you get paid, you move the money from your bank account and you pay off the credit card. So you're never carrying a balance. Real simple. Instead of using your bank account to pay with your debit card or cash or a check, you use the credit card to pay. And then you use the bank account to pay off the credit card. Again, there's a link below that goes into this in detail on how to optimize the amount back. Now, you could just use a cashback card of 2%. Fidelity, Wells Fargo, there's some out there. And if you charge this much during the month at 2%, you would get $76.52 in cash back. In other words, the bank would give you that amount of cash. It's free. Then next month you do the same thing and you get this every single month. At 2.5%, and I'll have a link below as well to an Alliant card, you can charge up to $10,000 a month. And if you follow some specific rules, you can get 2.5% cash back. One of the best cards out there. What we did in this video is we showed rotating cards, using specific cards for specific categories. Use this one for groceries, use this one for gas, use this one for that, because they give different amounts of rewards. And what we came out to was 2.7%. Depending upon what you buy and which cards you use, you might be able to better that. But that was the highest rate we got back. What was it? It was $107 a month in free money. So again, not carrying a balance, not paying interest. We just happen to use either one specific card or a couple cards to get cash back every month. All right. Now we're going to marry that with a second method. All right. So the second method that we're going to use here is called the avalanche method. I'm going to have links down below to the avalanche method. You've probably heard of the snowball method, and I've also got a third video which compares the two. But I'm just going to cut to the chase. The avalanche method is better than the snowball method. Snowball just says you start paying of your debts, the smallest debt first. Avalanche says you start paying the debt with the highest interest rate first. Once one of the debts are paid off, that amount of money that you were paying towards that debt is now available because the debt's paid off, so you apply it to the next highest interest rate debt. And then it just keeps going from one to the next, and you pay it off all significantly faster. Just watch one of those videos if you want the detail. But the avalanche method we know is the better of the two. So, in this example, we've got two credit cards, $4,000 and $8,000, 30%, 25%, minimum payments of $150 and $200. Here's what we want to know is that every month we're paying $350. Okay, so what did we do by combining these two methods? The first method was simply use your credit card, optimize it to get the most cash back. It was $107 a month. So we're making our payment of $350. That's coming out of your bank account every month. That's what you're currently doing. With this method, you're going to keep making that payment, and you're going to add, we showed that the best we could get was $107 a month of free money from the bank. That's free money, cash back on that credit card. So that means that our total payment is going to be $457. Now, here's what's interesting. I went ahead and listed out with 2%, 2.5%, and 2.7. So what is this representing? It's representing that if you just did nothing and you paid off your debt, you would end up paying, this is $12,000 in debt that you owe, you would end up paying $24,000 in total. 12,000 of that is interest, and it would take you 87 months. So you just keep making these payments like you normally would. Okay, now we've got the 3 different levels here. If you just used one credit card, let's say you just got a credit card for 2% cash back, and you use that on your monthly expenses. Remember, we use the average of about $3,800. You could be more, you could be less. If you're more, you're going to get more cash back. And then we have a 2.5% level. If you got that Alliant card, you just use that. And then if you're optimizing, you could get more. So in these 3 examples, the total, if you use the 2% card, you would only be paying $18,712. With the 2.5, it would be $18,189, and 2.7 it's $17,917. Now, why is that? That's because with the 2% card, you're charging your monthly expenses, you're paying them off, you're getting cash back, you're getting 2% back. In that case, using our example, we got $76 back. So we would be making our $350 payment, same as always. Remember, you don't need additional income or additional money for this method. You're just making the same as you always did. And then you're adding, when they give you the cash back at the end of the month, you apply that to your debt, starting with the highest percentage rate first. So that $150 a month would get another $76.52. And that would mean that your total, instead of paying $24,000, would be $18,000. You would save, instead of paying $12,000 interest, you pay $6,700 in interest. Instead of taking 87 months, if you use this method, it would only take you 44 months. You would cut the time in half and save a substantial amount of money. That's over $6,000. At the 2.5% rate, you got more cash back. At the 2.7, you got even more cash back. So with the 107 rate, you'd be paying less than $6,000 in interest. So instead of paying $24,000 back, you would only pay $17,917. Right? You'd be saving you would be only paying $6,000 in interest. So what did you save with these methods? Well, you saved nothing by just doing the 350. So at 2%, you would save $5,340. That's substantial. You would also save 43 months because it's only going to take you 44 to pay it. 2.5%, you'd be saving even more money. $5,865, you'd save more time. And of course, at the 2.7% level, that extra $107, you would save $6,300. And you'd save 47 months. But here's the part that I wanted you to wait for, because a lot of people don't realize this. You're making your $350 payment every month like you did, and that's coming from your bank. Then you're adding that $107. You're going to first add it to the highest percentage rate. That's the avalanche method. So there's 150 plus 107, 257 is going to go to this card. But that 107 is coming from the bank. That's the bank's money. That's free to you because that's cash back. All you did was, instead of using your debit card, you used your credit card that gave you cash back, or various ones to optimize it. You didn't keep a balance. You're not paying interest on that card. So that is free money. So what actually happened here? Well, in the case of this first one, you only had to pay $350 because $350 came from your bank. $107 came from the credit card. That was free. So actually, you paid $350 every month. $107 was free. Well, you paid $350 for 44 months. You actually only paid $15,340. 2.5, 2.7. Using the highest amount, the $107, you only paid 40 months of $350, right? For that number of months, 40 months, you paid $350 every month. The credit card gave you $107 for free. That didn't come from you. So $350 for 40 months is $14,000. So out of your pocket, yes, $17,917 was paid to the bank. But only a portion of it came from you. A portion of it came from the credit card cash back, free money. So even though the bank got almost $18,000, you only paid $14,000. And that's the magic of combining these two methods. Use the credit card, get the cash back, watch the videos, try to optimize as much as you can, get as much as you can back, because that's free. So not only are you going to save money on interest, and not only are you going to save time, but you're really only going to be out the amount of money that goes from your bank account to them. So just to recap that one more time, make sure it makes sense. Yes, $457 went to your credit cards every month, but you were only responsible for $350. The credit card gave you $107 for free. So $457 times the number of months. Sure, the bank got $18,000. They're happy, they're paid, you're out of debt. But you only paid $350 for the 40 months, and you only paid $14,000. You were able to pay off $12,000. If you didn't use this method, it would have cost you $24,000. But you paid off $12,000 by only paying a total of $14,000. So you ultimately only paid $2,000 more in interest, not $12,000 more. I hope you can see how substantial that is. Again, below in the description, I'll have the very first method to show you how to optimize cash back on a card, and then the avalanche, the snowball, which one's better. It's avalanche, got videos to show that as well. And then I'll have the calculator link below so you can actually use the calculator yourself, put in your debts, put in the amount of cash back that you're getting from the bank, from the credit card, the free money, and then you can see how much you'll save on your debts, and it can be substantial. I hope this helps you get out of debt faster, use credit cards to your advantage, budget wisely, save, and increase your and your family's net worth. Thanks for watching.